So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everyone, this is Ho Ho Hong Kong with me, your host, Vivek Mabubane, and the co-host,
Mohammed Magdi.
That is right. We come to you today from the podcast station known as the Zoom Live Track L8 in the Temple of Courts in the Table of Living Rooms.
Table of living rooms.
Table of Living Rooms,
Where
man.
we're looking at our studio.
Yeah, view of the window.
View of the window and
View-
the studio that we will eventually move
Yeah.
into.
So again, for anyone who's anticipating, the truth is basically all that's lacking is I got to clear the space,
Yes.
find the time, and put in some cameras, and then
Yes.
we are ready to rock and roll with the
Yeah,
video version.
we already have the screen, we already have the lights.
Yep.
And we're just missing the cameras.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
we
And we're ready to
remind
go.
people that it's all built with Patreon money. Not
That's
the
right.
actual room that's
Yeah.
built with your money.
Yeah. But everything else within it
Yes.
for the studio thing is Patreon
Yeah.
money.
Which is really, really cool to see. Patreon.com/HoHoPod.
That's right.
If you want to jump on the bandwagon of supporting independent entertainment.
Exactly.
And I was talking to our friend Rachel from Hong Kong Stories, and we're, discussing shows and cooperation and stuff. We realized we're actually basically the only English-speaking comedy podcast produced currently in Hong Kong
There
for
you
a long
go.
time.
Yeah. I mean, to also
that
be...
is- yeah.
It's a high bar. Number one has to be English speaking. Not a
Yes.
lot of choices there,
No.
right? Number two, comedy. Clearly no choices there.
Yeah.
And podcast, something that people usually despise, but like, okay, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So the three criteria we're hitting over here. And
Yeah.
of course, we also have a Patreon subscription, which means we're legit.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
we
We're
take-
legit.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
legit.
take money and we declare it to the government.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now, the
absolutely
government,
legit.
of course, is the government of Mohammed and Vivek.
We
that.
also, I don't know how the tax, I don't think people can declare $5 a month as expense like a
Hey man,
taxable
if you want to
income.
declare, the government's more than welcome. I can tell you
Yes.
that. Then
Yeah.
If you want to over declare and be like, hey man, I want to show off to the government who doesn't care about me that I make more money than I do, by all means, man. If
True.
anything, I encourage everybody else in Hong Kong do that.
Yeah.
So hopefully the government gets a surplus. They give us deductions.
Yes.
And people like you and myself who appreciate the deduction
Yes.
will be like, thank you, I needed that.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. I actually got a check back for the first time. I got like the tax refund thing from the
Really?
government. Oh my God, I was so happy.
That's like full on like Christmas present. You're
Yes,
like, I did
it's
that, what?
actually Christmas present, like legit. Because for a while, I don't know how much I should say. I have an accounting degree and I have a business account and a personal account.
Yes.
So I know how to do taxes.
Yeah.
And within the legal limits, like lower my taxes, let's say.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I was expecting to get a refund of sorts from last year where I paid too much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I should get a refund.
Yeah.
And then, you get the email first and then you log into your e-tax account.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it and it's still not real because as you or I always jokes, like it's never real until it's deposited in the bank account.
Absolutely, man.
So I'm actually looking at it and I know this is a refund. It will eventually arrive, but I'm like, I'm not going to celebrate. I'm not going to believe it. I actually called the tax. This is how suspicious I am. I called the tax the tax bureau first and I'm like, hey, it says here I have a refund. Is this real?
Yeah.
And they go, yeah, it's real. I'm like, where's the check? They're like, it's on the way.
Oh.
And I go, all right.
Let's do this, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you this. The worst thing I get is that when I get checks, number one, I hate checks on Fridays. Okay?
Yes.
That's the worst. Because even if I cash it before the closing...
The machine tells you it's going to be the next
day.
Yeah.
Or even if before 5:30 or 5 p.m. Understand something. The banks are assholes. Technically, it should clear by Saturday.
Yeah.
No, you can't touch the money till Monday.
Yes.
Right? That's number one. Number two, I absolutely hate it when my mail person delivers the mail late.
Yeah.
And I miss it out. I'm like, you asshole, man.
Yeah.
I was ready to go today, man. You
Yeah.
didn't do your job on time.
I know my mail guy because, every district obviously has a couple of people and I know the guy. And sometimes I'm literally walking out with my dog
Yeah, I'm
and
looking
he's
at him
coming
like, hey,
in.
man, hey.
I'm like, hey, do you have something for me? And he would just kind of ignore me.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck do you think? You're a priority already mailed.
Yeah,
The hell,
exactly.
yeah.
He doesn't want to go through all the bag.
Yeah.
For me, he knows where I live.
Yeah.
My building has 4 units.
Yeah.
It's really small.
It is,
and he would
yeah.
just like be like, just wait
you
until
can wait. Yeah, you're like,
fuck's
asshole
sake.
too. Like I have places to go, man.
Exactly. Sometimes I'm leaving for the day. I'm like, hey, do you have ladder for me? He's just like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, there are many times I'll go out, let's say at around 12 p.m.
Yeah.
No mail. I'm like, I didn't come home today, man.
Yes.
It's nothing for me. I come back at let's say 7 p.m. Fuck the mail's there. I'm like, there's
Yes.
a check. I'm like, you asshole. And the worst thing is when I see checks. That's my one weakness. If I see a check, I'm like, I'm going all the way back down to the
Of
bank
course.
now.
You're changing the plans for the day.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, unless that checks the machine,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean shit to me. So I'm going right now to the machine to get it done.
Exactly.
Right. Number one, that. Number two, the worst is also, of course, when you put in the check and the machine doesn't take it. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it doesn't absorb. You're like, well, just,
Yeah,
take,
what
just
we
get that take, the goddamn take. What? And you're trying to straighten out the check. You're
Yeah.
like, come on, man. Is there a crease over here? What's going on?
That wouldn't happen with a government check, though.
It shouldn't, unless,
Yeah.
for example, so okay, you know, they have sometimes they have these checks where it's attached to a full A4 sheet.
Yes.
Okay, you get
Oh,
those,
yeah.
right? Those are the
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah,
because
those
you
are
peel
bad.
out, you got the raggedy edges.
Yes.
That's number one. You're like, oh man, that's gonna fuck it up, right?
And the machine
then-
is like, did you make this check at home? I'm like,
exactly.
no,
Yeah.
it's
Did you use
real.
scissors to cut them? It's like, no, dude. It's like, what's the real deal?
Yeah.
And the worst is when you have checks, okay, where the side edge, one of the edges, has that little extra strip.
Yeah.
That you get to choose. Do you want to peel it or not? And you're like, I don't know, man. Yeah, this
it's
is
like diffusing a bomb.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. I'm looking. I'm like, if I mess this up, I
Yeah.
ruin the whole check.
Yeah.
But if I don't peel it, the machine's probably gonna be like, this doesn't feel like a check.
Right.
It's a bit too long for a check. I'm like,
Yes.
shit. What do I
God
do?
damn it.
Oh man, there's
Yeah.
so many things, so many
And the
struggles.
fact that we have been discussing checks for the last 5 minutes
Yeah.
is also showing how behind the government and our system here really is for like such an advanced place.
Absolutely.
How are we still doing checks?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. The whole system should be obsolete at this point.
Absolutely. And okay, now banks will argue, though there are e-checks now you could send to each other.
Yeah.
But people don't like that because it's like, I need the action
Yes.
to know that you can
I don't
give
know
it.
how e-check is it like same thing but you take a photo of it? That still doesn't
Okay, there's
change.
two ways, right? So I checked that out. Number one, option number one is you do not deposit the check into the machine. What you do is you use your app, take
Okay.
a photo of the check, and then send it to them, and then they'll check. You know, they'll
What
do
app? The banking
the
app?
banking app, yeah.
But what if I'm depositing into a different bank? I don't have
So
that.
so basically, okay, so you
Let's say
if-
I'm HSBC.
yeah, so you can't deposit it. Okay, if you're depositing for someone else,
Yes.
you cannot use your app to help
Exactly.
deposit. You can't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is when you receive a check,
Yes.
you can, let's say, use HSBC. I believe on the app there's a function where you can deposit a check.
Okay.
You take a photo of the check. Now this is the kicker: take a photo. Submit the number, everything. Awesome, cool. You got to keep the actual check for 6 months. I'm like, nope, not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't want you coming back 5 months later.
So they would deposit it, and then you have to keep it for security
in case they
Yeah.
need to. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Imagine they call you, it's like, hey, if you don't give us the check, we're gonna take
Yeah.
our money
Like,
back.
what the fuck?
Like, how does
No.
that even work?
Yeah.
If it's in your account, they can't take it back.
Hey, the bank can do whatever the fuck they want, right?
That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah.
And then, what if you're like out of the country? Like, hey, I actually left Hong Kong.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
Yeah, exactly. I can't mail the check back to you.
Yeah,
And
what
like
the hell?
you put it in the house, you get some coffee spills over it. There's a lot of options, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm like, I'm
silly.
not keeping this for 6 months and hoping, nothing should go bad. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
hell no, man. I'm going down to your machine, putting that you fucking stored in your damn
exactly.
fucking vaults, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that option. The other option is the e-check. I think where you can create an e-check,
Okay.
send it to someone, and then they have to like do something where they have to input the e-check back into their bank, or they print
So
the
is
e-check
that
out.
cross banks then, like between different banks?
Not like FPS. No.
No. What I'm saying is that can I do it for someone else who has a different bank?
You can issue the check and send it to them. And then
Because
they,
here my struggle, and you know this, like running backstage comedy, some of the comics,
Have
like I know
obscure bank
HSBC,
accounts.
yes, exactly. HSBC, yes, it's the biggest one, and it has problems or whatever. But like the truth is, it literally makes our money here.
Yeah.
So it's like it makes sense that a lot of people are. However, some people are not.
Yeah.
And that's really annoying.
Oh, dude.
Because I have to pay them.
Yeah, you can't do
Either
cash.
I can't do cash. That's
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
Number two, I can't do bank transfer because I get charged.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Someone gets charged.
Yeah.
I don't want to charge the comics. I don't
No.
want to pay
Charge myself?
myself.
Yeah.
So I actually end up writing them
Same
checks.
here, dude.
It's so
It's so
annoying.
stupid. And the check maybe for like $75. You're like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the? Actually, what I did literally last week is that some comics are like out of the country, like including Tim China, who's traveling with you.
Yeah.
And I owe him money.
Yeah.
And I actually went and went to his account, his bank, Hang Seng or whatever.
Yeah.
I walked all the way there and physically deposited it.
Yeah.
And if I can actually do what you're saying, write it on the app.
Yeah.
I
So,
have
okay.
to look into that.
So look, first of all, Hang Seng Bank, the benefit is that you have an ATM card.
Yes.
You can use HSBC ATMs to transfer Hang Seng Bank directly.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, there's no handling fee
This
there.
is ridiculous.
Yeah. Hang Seng Bank is the only one, like basically.
I
HSBC
walked into the big Hang Seng building in Central.
Yeah.
And I just deposited
And
it
they're looking at
there.
you like, sir, do you understand? So
Yeah.
what you can do, right? You basically because I have a lot of like times I have to transfer from the HSBC account to in Hang Seng.
Yeah.
And if it's a company account, they charge you $8, right?
Yes.
So yeah, ATM machine is the one. It's like ATM, not ATM machine.
Yeah.
The M's included, right?
Sure.
ATM is where you basically you put your
ATM machine is pretty funny. Yeah, everyone says ATM
Yeah, it's
machine.
like
That's so stupid.
Stupid banks, man. They didn't think that shit through, you know.
Exactly. They actually write ATM machine. on it
Yeah,
too.
exactly. You fucking idiots, right? You know, whose compliance should be fired.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is when we say Sahara Desert. It's
Yeah,
actually
Sahara
desert
is,
means-
exactly. Yeah, you know, stupid. You know. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, you can use your ATM card for HSBC, your company account, and go into any HSBC ATM machine.
Yes. You cannot say it now.
You
Yeah.
you go to the ATM. It's like.
Yeah, ATM.
Yeah, and you just go like choose transfer and other account, and when you enter the Hang Seng account number, it'll know it's Hang Seng.
Nice.
You don't have to choose Hang Seng or
Okay.
HSBC.
I think yes. I know now where the problem is here is that I don't have the bank card, like the company bank
Oh,
card.
they didn't give you a
'Cause
debit card?
I have one and then I lost it. I never
Yeah.
made another
It's
one
so
because everything is
classic.
everything is
It's a mess.
automated.
Yeah. Why would you? And same
And
thing.
I don't take cash from the company. I just
Yeah.
don't do it.
All right, so there's another thing now. Don't you with the HSBC app? I know the personal one. You can generate the QR code or something, and you can
Yes.
use that to log in.
Yes,
Can
yeah,
the
you
bank?
can.
Can the business one do that?
I'm not sure. Never tried.
Yeah, you can try that.
Yeah.
It might be able to do that. That way, without the
True.
ATM card, you're
Yeah.
still good to go. So that's one. But yeah, I know.
Yes.
I've got like
If
bank-
you have any other banking hacks, everyone that are completely legal,
Yeah.
write in. Let us
Absolutely,
know.
yeah.
Slide into our DMs.
This will
Let
save
us
us
know,
a lot of time.
Exactly.
It's
Save
already
us a lot
bad.
of time.
Yeah, it's already bad enough that we're giving money away,
yeah,
and we have to do all this extra effort to give you the money. Well, fuck,
exactly.
come
I
here and get
actually
it, man.
I refuse to pay those like whatever $8, $5,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they are.
Absolutely,
I'm like,
yeah.
you're not taking this.
You're not taking it. Yeah,
No.
and the worst thing is
Especially as you said, like they're all like kind of smaller transfers.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Sometimes I actually look at the P&L. I'm like, oh yeah, and the auditors as well. Obviously, at the end of the year, you
Yeah.
get like the breakdown, and I'm seeing bank charges. I'm like, that's
How
a lot of
much?
money.
Yeah, I
What
didn't
the
need
fuck?
that. Yeah, what did they do
They
for
catch
me?
it, or of course, like they reconcile it from all the bank statements.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it, and
Yeah.
then at the end, I'm like, I'm seeing a pretty big chunk
Yeah,
of
you're
like
like,
bank
that could be-
charges.
yeah.
I'm like, shit, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
But I'll
no.
give you the kicker though. HSBC now for checkbooks,
Yeah.
$50.
To make another one.
Yeah.
What if I finish mine?
If you finish yours, you
Yeah.
have to get issue another checkbook.
Oh, so it's not even just a replacement. Like even if it's just finished.
How would they know you're replacing? They don't know that.
Oh yeah, I
You get
guess
my
the
point?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What if I give them like the
old one?
used one
No,
with all
dude.
the studs
No.
on the side?
So
I'm like, look,
business-
I used it.
No, man. Business accounts charge you for everything. Personal accounts are free.
I haven't finished my first one yet. That's
dude.
why.
I know, like it's so stupid because like I remember the one time. So first of all, HSBC they've just changed their tariffs and everything, where everything's a bit more expensive.
Of course.
You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
of course you are, right?
Yeah.
You don't need our money anymore. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. You know. And yeah, the checkbook thing. Because I remember one day I was like, because before issue checkbook, no big deal. Just
Yes.
issue 5 of them. Who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
And as usual, when I'm down to my last 10 checks, I'm like, let's issue the checkbook, everything.
Sure.
One day I'm doing my account. I'm like, $50 handling. What?
Yeah.
And look, I'm like, what? $50 to issue a checkbook where we're just simply doing the function you're supposed to provide.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, this costs
exactly.
us money. I'm like, but the private accounts, the personal accounts are free. They're like, yeah, we don't care about those. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know how rich people are here in Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Compared to companies?
And who's issuing private? Like I guess if you're giving lycee, you're putting
Yeah.
it in like a envelope.
Like personal checks, at best, maybe you'll be like, let's say you're building management, maybe one of those, the old school
Yeah.
kind of things. But other than that, rent maybe, if your
Maybe,
landlord
yeah.
does it that way. But let's be honest.
Yeah, they gave me one with my personal account. I never ever used it. It's
You-
still full.
Yeah.
Can I use that for the company? No.
Not really.
No.
Yeah. It'll mess
Obviously,
things
the
up.
one
Yeah.
has the company
Yeah,
name
yeah,
on
of
it.
course, yeah. But I mean, it's just so like all these small things. I'm just like, guys, you see when people are like, man, you do comedy, man. formula
Yeah.
for life. I'm like, no, it's not, dude.
Yeah,
These are
no.
stupid things that you have to deal with. And sure, you might be like, yeah, you could hire someone. I'm like, you know what those people charge? Way more than $8.
Yes,
You
exactly.
know, for that same service, they'll charge me way more than $50 to write a check for me.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is yeah. We need more banking hacks. So
Yeah, man.
please let us know if you're running your own business as well, and you have things you're like, hey, how are you guys not doing this?
Yeah.
and be like, oh yeah, hell yeah.
I bet you eventually, it's a matter of time before there's enough comedy supply in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
That as a promoter, you'll be like, all right. I have to be honest. I give preference to a few things. Number one,
Yeah.
are you funny?
Yes.
Yes. If you're equally funny, you're
Yeah.
in this tier. Are you this? Are you that? Are you that? And the last one is like, what's your bank account?
I actually
And that would be a tipping point. That will
yes.
literally be like, I'm sorry, buddy, but like this guy pressed a
That's
button.
another trip to another bank. Absolutely not.
Yeah, you
also,
should-
if you bank with like
Bank of East Asia.
Yeah,
I know
thank
who you're
you.
talking about. Yeah. It's so
Exactly.
stupid.
Fuck you, Chris Musni, and your stupid bank. No one gives a shit
Like, I'm trying
about
to-
Bank of East Asia.
Like, I'm trying to understand. Like, Jordan Lung's also Bank of East Asia.
Yeah.
It's goddamn annoying,
What
man.
the fuck?
Like, I'm trying to understand the
Yeah.
mentality of Europe.
Yeah.
You're in Hong Kong. You're like, I got to get a bank account.
Mm.
All right. Literally 5 HSBCs.
Exactly.
4 Hang Sengs,
Yeah.
3 Bank of China,
Yes.
maybe 2 ICBCs,
Yes.
and 1 maybe like Bank of Communication bullshit, and next to that's a Bank of East Asia, like
That has like 2 ATMs in the whole
yeah,
city.
Yeah, I'm going with the underdog. It's
It
like,
also
no.
sounds like it's made up.
Yeah, it's like they only care about East Asia, dude. What
Exactly.
if you travel?
Yeah.
right. You're limiting yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's like all these things. Like I don't mean like there's literally Standard Chartered, Citibank.
Yeah.
all these big ones that you see all over the place. You're like, I'm going with the little guy. I put my money over there.
And don't give me the bullshit like, oh, I was Bank of East Asia elsewhere, because there is no elsewhere
Yeah.
that has Bank of.
And even
I
if
lived
you
in
were.
China.
Yeah.
There is no Bank of East Asia there.
forget that, man. Like even if you were,
Yeah.
you're in Hong Kong now.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
When
And again, look at the goddamn money that
Yeah.
you're trying to deposit into your bank.
Exactly.
What does it say?
Yeah.
What logo can you
Yeah.
see?
There's
Can you see
of
Bank of
China.
East Asia,
Yeah.
motherfucker?
Exactly.
No.
There's Bank of China.
Yes.
there's Standard Chartered, and HSBC.
Yeah.
As much as I'll be like, I Bank of China, there's a lot of branches. Standard
Yes.
Chartered, not as many. I get it, right? At least they're located all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Bank of East Asia is number 1 located in some random place. Now you might argue, I'll tell you this though, I did found one ATM machine that is near in Central Side near Worldwide House in one of these obscure buildings. I forget what the name is. There's a Bank of East Asia machine. No teller, no account, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just a random machine. I'm like, you know why?
Yeah.
Because they didn't expect anyone to have to go there. You know my point? It's
Yeah.
like basically in Hong Kong when you see a random small park.
Yes.
You know why? Because nobody else wanted that
Yeah,
space.
right next to, well, I'm not going to say where. Next to a place where I hang out, there's
Yeah.
another place called Sitting Out Area.
Yeah.
And the Sitting Out Area is like legally, that's what it's called. And there is like 2 metal tables
Yeah, doesn't-
and homeless people.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is this like a government gazette
Yeah.
place? And you can see it on like the Uber pickup spot.
Yeah,
It's like this
sitting
and
out
this sitting
area,
out
yeah,
area. I'm
yeah.
like, no one is sitting out except for homeless people.
Yeah.
Who are actually sleeping out.
Absolutely.
That's
And this is a clear indication of they ran out of ideas of anything useful you could use it with.
Yes.
They're like, let's go with the lowest common denominator, which is a sitting area.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
In the same way, this building, office
Yes.
building, A grade, whatever, central place and everything.
Yeah.
they're like, all right, we have this wall
Yeah.
in this corner.
Yes.
Now, the problem is this. We have no foot traffic. No one will ever notice this thing. No one's ever going to go there. What can we do with it? Like, we got to do something. I mean, we can't just leave it empty, right? It's
Yeah.
not good for business. Like, okay, I tell you what. What is something that nobody ever needs to go to? Or even if they do, they must be fucking super rare or like for some, nobody understands what reason.
Yeah.
Let's cater to that audience. And they're like, you know what we can put? A Bank of East Asia ATM. Like, that is
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
And they're literally looking over there like, I'm sure like when I walk in the building, they're like, sir, which floor? I'm like, no, machine. They're like,
what
huh?
machine?
like, what?
Is it the ATM machine?
Yeah. Like, they're just confused, like, huh? Wait, but sir, there's no lift over there. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to the machine. They're like, but wait, you want to do something with it?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I have to deposit shit. They're like, but hold on. If you want to throw the money away, the ocean's over there. No, there's actually someone who's going to receive it. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, there's someone who has an account with these people? It's like, you know what? In Hong Kong, there are 2 people I know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know what they were thinking. They were like BEA versus HSBC. You
Yeah.
know, it's like stupid, man.
So stupid.
Yeah, so if you do have a Bank of East Asia account, I highly recommend you join our Patreon right now.
Yes.
Yeah, patreon.com/.
Because you clearly don't care about your money.
Yeah.
So actually, it would be more useful if you put it in Patreon and get value out of it.
Yeah.
Because when you put it in Bank of East Asia, you're not going to access it again because you'll never find that ATM machine.
Yeah. In
to-
desperate times where I need some money, like I can't get the money. The money's
Yes.
there, but you can't get to it.
Yes.
Exactly.
And actually, you're gonna end up using another bank's. Here's the kicker: you get another bank's ATM to get your money out,
Yeah.
which means you get fees.
Handling fee, yeah.
So in that case, you can take the handling fees and put it in our Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
It's basic stuff, and do something good for the world. You don't
Yes.
feel so bad, and then that way you don't encourage banks like Bank of East Asia to
Yes.
exist.
Yes.
You get my point?
Agreed.
And like the last thing people are saying, like, yeah, but they have a little better interest rate. How much?
Yeah, how much?
0.1%?
Yes.
Oh, boo fucking who. If you were that rich, dude. If you were
Exactly,
that
that the
rich.
0.1 actually make
Yeah, yeah.
thousands and thousands of dollars yearly difference.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure if you were that rich,
Yeah.
HSBC would have approached you, be like,
Exactly.
hey buddy,
Yeah.
hey buddy, look, I'll give you that 0.1%, put your money with us.
Yes.
The fact that they didn't approach you, you had to go to this obscure mini bank to hopefully earn a little bit more interest, shows me you as a person.
Yeah.
You as a person need to subscribe to our Patreon to
Yeah.
get a better life.
Speaking of interest and how to spend your money, again, a little bit not very planned here. Last year, to recap, people who have been following for many years know my mom's saga coming into Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Basically on an expired passport and somehow making it in. When she was visiting, she is like a lot of ladies from that area, or like maybe your mom as well, they're really into gold. Like they just like jewelry and stuff. And she was like, oh, I'm gonna buy something from here just like as a souvenir.
Yeah,
And also
yeah.
like gold is always a good investment. So she bought a necklace from one of those like main
Chow Tai Fook.
Yes,
and
yes,
one of
yes.
those, Yeah, yeah.
We from Causeway Bay / Wan Chai, and I was there obviously helping her in all of this. And then she bought a necklace, and that's the end of it. Eventually, that necklace kind of broke. Like she needed to fix it, which is
Yeah.
again not
No big
unusual for gold stuff to break. And so when I was visiting Egypt last month, she actually gave it back to me. She goes, "Hey, take it back to the shop, see what they can do with it." And that necklace, we bought it, was for about 9,000 something Hong Kong dollar, almost 10,000 9,700 Hong Kong dollar. So I take it back to the shop this year. I'm like, "Hey, this necklace, like this part is a bit weak." And they actually said, like, we know, like this design like
Oh,
breaks
it's
a
always-
lot.
yeah, yeah.
It's always like this. We can actually we can replace it for you with the same exact design again.
Yeah, but
for
change the-
free.
change the chain.
But we'll have to tell you that it's gonna break again. Like this design, it's just
Oh.
so weak that it will
Yeah.
break again. What we can do is that we can buy it back from you, and basically you can either like exchange it with something else, or we can just give you money. And which is again normal for gold. Gold
Yeah,
is
yeah.
basically some people like invest their money in gold or
It
whatever.
goes up and they sell it back and everything.
But then but of course there's selling price and buying price. And even though the buying back price is so much lower than selling price, the necklace made $1,000 from last year to this year.
Wait, what?
Yep.
You mean gold went up that much?
It went up that much, even though it's actually I'm selling back with a much lower price.
Yeah.
It's 10%.
What?
And keep in mind that this is actually on a necklace, which means there is what they call labor fee.
Yeah.
If you're buying jewelry to
Yeah.
wear, there is labor fee. Actually, if you invest in gold coins and the
better than the necklace,
because
yeah.
there is no labor fee.
Yeah.
They just like you're just putting money 10%. And when I stood there, I'm like, why the fuck are people putting their money in anything else?
Yeah.
And then I looked at historical data. It's always going up. I'm like, how? I'm sure some people are listening. Like, yeah, bro, we know. All our
dude,
money's
I'm
in
sure,
gold.
Yeah, no one's talking.
Yeah. It's like, but no one fucking told me this.
Yeah.
I looked at the thing. I just sold it back to them. I'm like, okay, give me the. Again, it's the skepticism that we talked
you're
about
like, something's
earlier.
not-
I'm
hold
like,
on, yeah.
I'm like, okay, but you're gonna tell me like it's 10,000 in credit store
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
No, he just went. Here's your money back. It's literally 10,700. It's $1,000 on the dot.
What the fuck?
It's insane. And I'm like,
Oh,
I just looked at
man.
it and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna put all my money in gold.
Yeah.
Unless the gold crashes, which I don't know how it
And
does.
if it does, as I say, if it crashes, I think half of the world is going to be in trouble
Exactly.
anyway.
It's insane. Then what other legal investment
Yeah.
gives you 10% on your money?
Wow, dude.
I can't believe it. Like I
That-
just stood there.
yeah.
And I actually called my mom, like, what do you want to do? It's your money. What do you want to do? And we ended up like buying other stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, you can just like show me. And no, I had like half an hour call at the jewelry
on a
shop,
video
the funniest
phone and everything?
Video
Yeah.
call of her literally going, okay, show me that one. So of course we showed up at like 5 minutes before
Yeah,
store closing time.
of course.
Classic stuff.
Yeah.
Now we're keeping the staff who are super polite and really nice.
Yeah.
But we're literally holding them hostage at the store.
Yeah.
My mom is in Egypt going, oh, what was that one again? What's the weight? Okay, you wear it.
Yeah.
Now I'm having Annie take photos of me to send it to my mom. She goes, no, it's too short. Never mind. And then she goes like, after some time, she goes, maybe we should just buy like a thing, like not jewelry.
Yeah,
to
just a gold coin or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then she didn't like that the Chinese stuff is like those like
the
little
Chinese word, right? Yeah.
the little shapes of things.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just back to square one. We spent about 40 minutes.
No.
We ended up buying stuff, which is
worst.
great. But then again, going back to the original point of investment, 10%
Dude.
right in if you have something better.
Dude.
What the actual fuck?
I'm telling you, man, like the older you
Also,
get.
what are we doing? Fucking putting the money in the bank and be like, oh yeah, they give me 0.01 extra.
Oh,
Yay!
absolutely. Oh, dude, this has been like time and time again. Every investment will tell you thing like keeping it in cash is the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. But of course, so this is what I've learned over time as I get older. Number one, there's so many options to invest.
Yes.
Whether it's Bitcoin to a property to in stocks to whatever.
Yeah.
Like literally everyone has its own little argument. For
Yeah.
example, property. It pretty much you can be sure that okay. So the argument with property is this: is that at least no matter how bad the market crashes, you have a home to live in.
Yes.
All right. So that's one thing.
Yeah,
you have an
can
actual
just
thing.
Hunker down in
Hunker
an
down,
actual
yeah,
building, and
yeah.
you don't have. Yeah, you can just eat noodles and
and
live
survive,
cheap.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Now, whereas stocks on paper is like it's just a sheet of paper that you can just throw away,
Mm.
right? Now, obviously, if the company folds, then you're screwed.
Yes.
The likeliness of this building coming down is very low versus the company folding, right?
Yeah.
So there's
and you have
that.
insurance as well. The
And you have
building
insurance,
comes down.
Then you got an
someone
insurance
would-
claim. Yeah, exactly, right? Now, this is the argument is that, however, with property, should you need the money, it's very hard to liquidate. Versus stocks is like press a button, you've just sold it already,
Yes.
right? So that's the other argument of this. So there's so many, I'm reading so many books before where I was like, oh, you're right. There's a pro and there's a con. With obviously property, it could go up like 25, 30% very easily versus stocks, which it's unlikely is going to jump up like 50%, right? You have that. Same with gold. It's like, yeah, you have a chunk of gold sitting over there, but what can you do? But now the argument is that gold's universally transferable.
Yeah.
Versus, let's say, a stock which is only stuck in Hong Kong.
It
let's
all
say.
has like because it's 24 what is
Carat,
it?
yeah.
Carat, and the everyone in the world can see like there's like different stamps and whatever, and they can just see.
Yeah,
like
it
here
is,
in
yeah.
Hong Kong they call it 999.99.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's transferable. Yeah, in Egypt when she went
Exactly,
to the jewelry
yeah.
shops, like, oh yeah, that's 24. Like, they all know that.
Correct, 'cause
Turns
go-
out here there is no 21. I didn't know that.
Oh, I
Back
have
home
no idea.
we have 21
Oh,
and
like-
18.
I guess nobody gives a shit about 21 and 18. They're like, we want the full on
No,
24.
here there's 18, I believe, but they don't have 21.
Ah.
Because I think it's a common thing. Even the shop knows they're like, oh, no, in Hong Kong we don't have 21.
Okay,
But
okay.
24 obviously is the highest one. And again, they look at it, it's like, oh, that's our, like very quickly they knew. Like you can't really, it's very hard to fake.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
There you
but
go.
then, yeah, you can sell it anywhere. Obviously, the risk is that it can be stolen so easily.
It's an actual object that you
It's
can
an
just take
actual
away.
object.
Yeah.
But also, if you're buying gold, I believe, for investment, that means you also have to probably put it in a bank, like
Yeah.
a safe deposit, right?
Yeah, so you exactly in the same
Then you have that cost, but that's not much, I
That's very
believe.
little, yeah.
It's
No
very
big deal,
little.
yeah.
But then you have to probably take out insurance on that. Maybe the bank insures you. I don't know how it works.
I'm sure they insure it as
Yeah,
well. Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm sure. And also the argument is that should the bank fold, then you're screwed with that. But again, it's very
If they
unlikely.
get robbed or whatever. Yeah,
It's unlikely because the bank would have insurance if they get robbed.
Of
for
course.
sure. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
have all that stuff. So that's the argument where now you have gold where you can take it around the world and sell it
Yeah.
versus let's say currency which you can't. Property is attached to this place.
Yeah.
Stocks is only within the market. You know, the market's closed. You can't sell it. Gold you
Yeah.
can sell at any moment, right?
Yes.
Then you have the artwork, which is why half these art galleries you're like, this is exactly what it is.
Yes.
And I've said it time and time again. It's a simple method to take a big chunk of money from A to B.
Yes.
Where I'll buy this artwork here for $1 million, go to let's say Paris with artwork, which no tax, no
Yes.
nothing, sell it off for $1 million, get my money back.
Sure.
You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is exactly what it is.
Well,
And-
I believe that's what they tried to do with NFT, except that was a stupid idea.
Yeah.
Because the thing was not.
it was not physical. Like
It
you
was
couldn't
not
touch it. Yeah, it's all
physical.
virtual. It's like
Yeah.
after a while, I was like, what do I do with this? Like nothing. Exactly.
Yes.
You know, and that's what I mean about how this is all man-made kind of stuff. Where
Yeah.
NFT.
I mean, it's all man-made.
It is
I
all man-made,
believe. I
yeah.
think gold is also because it's actually limited. Like at some point,
Will run
there
out.
will be no gold in the world. Like
Yeah.
even diamonds, like it can be made like in a million years.
Yeah.
But you can make new diamond, not like in lab or whatever, but in the earth,
Yeah.
right? It
But-
will be like compressed or whatever the fuck, and then
Well,
it will
yeah.
make new diamond.
Absolutely, yeah.
For a million years.
Yeah.
But then gold is just gonna run out. It's like metal in the ground. We finished it. The end.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the whole thing. And when they come to the point where they can certify that there's no more gold in the world,
Yes.
that gold's gonna skyrocket
Of
like
course.
insane.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so there's all these things where it's literally there's no printing of money and everything.
No.
Again, so coming back to this whole thing about like literally why you don't keep your money in cash.
Yes.
Is because money can be printed at will.
Yes.
Whereas gold and stuff is finite. And again, there's so many arguments, which is why I keep telling people like, buddy, like please read a book.
Yes.
Like learn these things. It's literally out there. But of course, a lot of things, unfortunately, the people who know, they're like, why would I tell you? Like,
Yeah.
that's not to my advantage. And I don't
Right.
blame them. I don't blame them at all.
Well, is it not like if we say something like, "Hey, man, put your money in gold," like, and then the demand for gold goes
Goes
high,
up, right? So
I
yeah.
guess you're putting the prices up.
Yeah, you're putting the prices up. Now, reverse it. Let's say if you have a whole chunk, and that's the game of a lot of these investment companies. They go on, let's say, Bloomberg. They
Yeah.
talk about how, we foresee this. And enough of them come together and say, we foresee a fall.
Yes.
And everyone's like, oh, shit, all these guys are saying
Panic.
that.
Yes,
We
yes.
start fucking selling our shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's what we wanted.
Yes.
Now we buy it cheap.
Of course.
And it's a whole game.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that ultimately, to me, I'm like, in a way, is very dark. But in a way, it's like, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting
Yeah.
and how the world really works.
Yeah.
And again, this comes down to the point of like when you if you talk to any successful person, I'll talk about the rich dad poor dad concept, right?
Yeah.
You have the stable income and everything. It's like, yeah, that's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
You need to fucking think about investments because there's no way at some point in your life you're going to keep earning and earning and earning. You have to have something earn money for you.
I guess I was like, even though I knew a lot of these basics, I think I was still shocked at how easy it was.
Absolutely, right?
Because that necklace is 9,000 to 10, like basically made 10%.
Yeah, you're like, I worked like a dog.
yeah.
To make that. And here you just came back a year later and
Yeah.
boom.
So if I had put back then 100,000,
Yeah.
I would have made $10,000 in a year.
I'm telling you, man, there have been
doing
times-
nothing?
Yeah, I have been times when I've seen stocks.
Yeah.
When I was younger, when I just started getting into it.
Yeah.
And like all these uncles or that, and every now and then you get lucky, right? You get that
Yeah.
one thing, you're like, I just made my whole month's salary.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That
And
doesn't
like,
make sense.
It doesn't make. Of course, there are times you're gonna lose your whole month's salary. So
course.
it's like gambling, really.
Yes.
But I'm like, this is fucking stupid now.
Yes.
Everything I learned in school is stupid. This doesn't make sense. And then you start understanding, like when you see people on the streets driving Lamborghinis, you're like, that guy did not earn that money.
No.
Like he didn't earn it like day by day.
Sure.
That was like some big, huge chunk where he's like, I'm
Yes.
ready to spend.
Yes.
And now I get it. I'm like, that's how you play with it. It's not so much I'm going to save money and buy a Lamborghini one day. Nah, it doesn't work that way, man.
On the other hand, we still, I think, generationally speaking, we still put a lot of value on people having like education, like not just education, but
Yeah.
like certificate, like, which actually I don't know how long it will last. Because, for example, when we apply for artist visas to come to Hong Kong.
Oh, you need to say, what
you
they
have
studied,
to
right?
have,
Yeah.
and actually, I just had the situation where the artists we're trying to bring in did not even finish high school, not high school certificate. He didn't finish, and he's comedian. He doesn't have any certifiable thing to say like this is my work experience.
Yeah.
And immigration basically just said no. The immigration said we can't process this visa because that means they have zero education.
Yeah, why are we here?
And zero like work
They're
experience.
probably a liability.
But I'm like, they're actually a professional stand-up. They're like, prove it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, here's stand-up comedy sets.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like, so they needed a certificate from like institutions. And I actually see both sides. Of
Yeah.
course, like as comedians, you can just drop out of middle school, start working stand-up and be the best comedian in the world.
Correct.
And be on Netflix or whatever. But at the same time, I also see the other side like, hey, it's your word. Like you're just telling me this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like-
Anyone can say you're a comedian. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, who are you
and
to
I
tell
actually
me?
ended up just telling the person, sorry, I can't bring you here anymore because you don't have certificates.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good argument now that a lot of people have where they're talking about whether or not to even get university and everything. It's true. Everyone's got a university certificate now.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having that, right?
Yes.
And ultimately, I would say that it's another machine. Like a lot of universities in Hong Kong, they keep generating new programs, new plans, new certificates because they just need to expand.
Yeah.
They need more stuff and they'll make another program, hire a bunch of teachers. And let's be honest, anyone who studied there would be like, half these professors suck.
Yeah.
Right? It's very
Yeah.
true. You're like, they're just bullshit. And
Yeah.
as they say, if you can't do, you teach, right? And it's getting more and more true. Unfortunately, it's the same way, man. You get presentation workshops and everything. Half these guys are just bullshit.
Yeah.
They read 2 books and like, let me tell you everything. I was like, no, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I think that's the grim reality of the world that we're all living in. However, the good thing is that if you do have gold right now, that you bought €1 plus gold, I'd highly recommend you either break the chain.
Yes.
Have an excuse to get sell. Well, it's broken now. I
Yeah.
might as well sell it.
Yeah.
Or just keep it there and hope for the best for later on. And that way, when like, let's say everything goes to hell.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on a second. How about this shiny object?
Yep.
Yeah. So there's,
It's actual rare. Yeah.
yeah. And
rare mineral.
I think this is such a cool evolution in our lives where we're not those kids going like, I want a slave to buy that thing. We're like,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is how the game works now.
Yeah.
And this is Hong Kong. I've always told people like Hong Kong is always a game. If you get the rules, you understand how they play it, you're like, oh, that's how you play it? Are you willing to play the game? Let's go. Just like
Yeah.
a game of poker.
True. Yeah.
You willing
There's
to
a
play
lot
the
of
game? You got to know the game, man.
A lot of gambling, metaphorically speaking, and there is
Yeah.
like actual gambling
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. There's that as well. You know, you go horse racing, stuff like that. And it's just...
Yeah. Sometimes I pass by like the jockey club,
Happy
and you see like
Wednesday.
the uncles just like at the same time. No, like the actual shop,
Oh.
and then so the uncles yelling at the screen. It's pretty fun. Like
fun.
it almost feels like a movie.
Yeah. It's like, I always tell people, like, on one hand, sure, it's very like, oh, this is not good for you and everything, but it's like an experience, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
who said going out for a meal at this restaurant is healthy for you? But it's a fun experience, you know? You
Yeah.
want to do it, that's the whole point of life. I'm not saying do it every day.
Yeah.
That's why they only have Happy Wednesday on Wednesdays.
Yes.
And they have the Shata one on, like, Sundays and stuff.
Right.
Like, so, you know, you have a lot of days to go earn your money back.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, I also we did not mention this a few weeks ago. We were doing a show at a venue, and there was someone like there was a group of people that we were trying. Me as a showrunner trying to bring them into like closer to the show before the show starts, and then the waiter basically waved me to like leave them alone. I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And we started the show. Halfway through the show, this group who was not paying attention at all, they just kind of eventually left the venue and we continued the show. Right after the show ends, we learn that group was Tony Leung and his family.
Oh.
Basically, Hong Kong's biggest star
Oh.
ever, but pretty much after like Bruce Lee, was Tony Leung, which was
You
amazing.
couldn't tell. You
I couldn't tell, I'm afraid. I mean, to be honest, I looked at him. He looked. It's crazy because
You can look, you're like, I don't know, man. This is too surreal.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's a few thoughts in my head. Number one is that based on the waiters telling me to leave them alone, I knew there's some sort of VIP.
Yeah,
That's number one. That's easy. But there's also, I think, you meet enough or you interact enough with these people, like the Jim Gaffigans of the world, that you actually, even if I don't know who you are and I'm not familiar with your face, people at this level carry themselves in a way that you're like, he is somebody.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is about him. He is somebody.
There's the charisma. Like,
There is
they've been
charisma,
places,
but he's just sitting there with his family. He
and
was
you can
not-
sense it. Yeah, like,
you can just sense it. I'm like, this person is somebody, and I think they're just used to it for so long that. So I knew he's also like, a somebody, but also part of me is like, I've not seen him at all for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've only seen him in his movies when he's much younger. So to be honest, he's also quite old now. So I think as soon as they told me that, I put two and two together, but I wouldn't have recognized him right. I would have definitely recognized him if he was the Tony Leung that I know from the movies.
Yeah.
The young guy. I would be like, oh shit, that's him from Infernal Affairs.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know. And all the comics were just losing their minds at how no one recognized him.
Yeah.
And we would have been like, I would have actually, even if I were running the show, I don't care. I would have asked for a photo.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I'll ever meet him again.
Yeah.
I would have definitely been that annoying person. I'm like, I know, it's your family. I'm sorry. I need to. Like,
Like,
I'm a big fan. Like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
come on. Yeah.
That's so bizarre, man.
It's
Just to
crazy.
see, you're like, oh.
And we joke, I'm not going to mention which comic, but because they walked out during, like, I was hosting, so I did, like, the warm up, and I bring up the first comic, and halfway through the first comic set, they walked out. And I know it's not related. But we joked that like, oh, they stayed for like warming up. They're like, all right. And then that first person went up. They're like, absolutely not.
Yeah. Forever in your CV, man.
Exactly. I'm
Tony
like,
Leung-
you walked through
Yeah, you
Leung.
said your first bit Tony Leung's like, I'm better than this.
No,
Oh,
absolutely.
man. That would suck if like the venue's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
We had the guy.
Yeah.
Why would you? Oh, man. And like, oddly enough, like it could have been no connection, but because of that, maybe the venue, let's just say, right?
Yes.
And the venue's pissed off, like, why did he leave?
Yes.
Even though he wanted to leave, they're like, this comedian is banned.
Yes.
Never ever. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened here, man?
Yeah.
Oh my god. But that's another thing is like every now and then you get to have these random audiences. You're like,
Yes.
that's that person. Like, what is, huh? You know?
I think for like as Hong Kong cinema goes, he's probably the biggest.
Oh yeah. Chow Yun-fat is like the other big guy.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, Stephen Chow is another one.
yeah.
So like these are the kings.
Yeah, the kings.
Like the ones where
exactly.
you're like, dude, these are icons. These
Yeah.
are the ones that you worship, and the fact that they would even respond to you, you're like, dude, I must have said something right.
And I also feel stupid. Like I would have probably like when I was hosting, I would have at least given him a shout out, not to like put the
Yeah, but
I
like,
would have
thanks,
been
man.
like,
So cool.
thanks
Yeah,
for
thanks for all the
for
work.
being
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the work. We appreciate you.
And
Kind of thing.
I'm sure these people, like, as much as they've heard or whatever, there's a little bit of like, oh, cool, thank you.
Ah,
man.
yeah, thanks. I'm still, especially when you're getting older,
Yeah.
he's not as active, obviously.
Yeah.
He does a lot of like social stuff or whatever. Like, because I looked him up, like, what is he up to? And he does a lot of, like, charities, a lot of like talks
Sure,
or
yeah, at
whatever,
this
all of
point,
these
yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah.
But obviously not as active as a movie star. So, of course, being like, and especially from a foreigner,
Yeah.
who go like, hey, I know who you are, and I like your movies and
Yeah.
stuff. It would have been like, eh.
I know. Same for me. Like every now and then, honestly, I get like people calling out my name on the streets.
Yes.
And they're like, you came to my school when I was much younger. And I'm like-
Yes,
and it
I
kinda
saw
feels
that
good.
like at the shows,
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I appreciate that. And they're
Yeah.
like, 10 years ago when I was in primary school and they're working now. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this feels good,
Yeah.
And I'm like, exactly. No matter how much they're like, oh, we don't need you to tell me. It's like there's a little bit of like, oh,
No, of course. Yeah.
The fact that you remember that means that
Yes.
it had an impact on you. Same with them. You're like, hey man, I appreciate that you remember, recognizing you appreciate the movie, and I'm glad that worked for you.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm gonna go on my day. Hey, respect, no problem. Right? Yeah.
I imagine that maybe on the off chance that because he's into his older age, maybe he has some time. Maybe he likes comedy, and maybe he does listen to this, and we just don't know about it.
Yeah.
So Tony, if you are listening to this, really appreciate you. Just the things, it's like almost like after like a breakup. I should have said these things. I just want to say we appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan,
Yeah.
and if you are listening, please come on the podcast.
Yeah, come on to the podcast.
We'll
come to a
schedule you in.
Yeah.
We're busy for the next few weeks, but we'll work.
We'll find a time.
We'll find the time.
When we
yes.
can make time for you, we'll let you know.
Yes,
alright?
yes,
You're the
exactly.
one who's not working. We're working. Okay?
Exactly.
Let's be very clear on this. Right? We have our own infernal affairs we got to deal with.
Yes, exactly.
Before we can get you on the podcast. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you free on Sunday? No, I'm not free on Sunday. Okay,
No,
buddy.
I'm never. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do on like 9
Usually
a.m.
I go to church and then I come record here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, you want to do Wednesday third night? I'm like, buddy, I got to watch a movie.
Yes, exactly.
It's not your movie. I'm sorry, but yeah. So it would be very cool, and I'm sure the best thing about these is that they've seen so much of the world that I'm pretty sure at this point they're like, dude, like there's nothing you could tell me now where I'm like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah,
Exactly.
Like us going nuts about gold. He was like, dude,
Yeah, of course.
what are you?
I made $3 million last year from gold.
Yeah, number one,
Yeah.
that. Number two is like, do you know the number of people I deal with who literally just generate gold?
Yes.
And I'm like, this is nuts. Man. Even like movies. Movies is another good investment where basically when it hits, it's a forever return.
Yes.
Royalties or not. Like
Yeah.
think about like let's say Terminator.
Yes.
Terminator 2 is now coming back again as toys and everything.
Yes.
Hot
That's
toy.
everyone in the cast from
Yeah.
the 1980s.
Exactly.
Is
Still
getting paid.
chunking- Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just that, Hot Toys just created another Terminator toy, which I'm like, God damn, I need to get that. Right?
Of course.
Terminator could, like, James Cameron is like, oh, I'm going to do a remaster version of this. I'm like, there you go. That's another big chunk. Anyone of my age is going to be like, I got to watch that.
Yes.
I got to watch that,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is never ending. Titanic is another example of like,
Yes.
dude, this will never end.
Yeah.
So all these things, I'm like, there's so many ways to invest, but the best way you can invest, everybody, and I'll tell you what you can do. For a return of pure joy in your heart,
Yes.
simply go to patreon.com
Yes.
/HoHoPod. Go there. You will see the buttons for you to click. Now, the returns in life are sometimes monetary, sometimes psychological, sometimes just, that good feeling in your soul. Knowing that one day when the time is up for you, you'll be up at the gates of heaven.
You don't need to remind people in the same sentence. They can sign up for Patreon. And also when you die, not exactly.
All right. Let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. You can help your friend sign up for Patreon. Your ex-girlfriend sign up for Patreon.
Yeah. All your enemies to sign
All
up
your
for
enemy
Patreon.
Patreon. And what you can do, right, just to piss them off.
Yeah.
What you do is you sign up for the most expensive, the Tycoon tier, right? Do that first. And then keep downgrading.
Yeah.
Now you're just being a dick, right? That way, but you bought it on their behalf.
Yeah.
Now, technically, they started doing it's like you donate money and you start reducing the amount you donate. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
come on. That's not cool,
Yeah.
So what you do that. And that way, they have actually got negative karma
Right.
while you donating the money from your credit card has positive karma.
Yeah.
Double, two birds, one stone, buddy.
True.
Right over
Yeah.
there. So try it right now.
And hopefully in the next life, since you will have good karma, you're not gonna be one of the two birds that get hit with a stone.
Exactly. You will be the stone.
You will be the stone, not the birds.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the way we'll solve everything. for you.
Before we go, actually, I wanted to recap on your Kuala Lumpur trip quickly as well. You were there for what? One of your jet setting trips of what? How many days?
I was
2,
there
3?
basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So like basically 4
Oh, you
days
also
total.
did Singapore.
I did Singapore as well in
Right,
between. So
okay.
this was like properly my style of thing where you fly in, you do the media for a whole day. So real quick recap. I fly in Wednesday night, okay? Thursday is full day media. I'm talking from 7 a.m. onwards straight down to like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Just, like,
So media
interview-
for the show.
Media for the show or
Yeah.
just in general, you know, for
Yeah.
branding, whatever. I don't really care.
Sure.
Right? And there's all. I was with Tim Chan as well.
Yes.
So we're doing back to back, and I'm like loving this excruciating pain
Sure.
of having to keep
Yeah,
my
that's
eyes
right up
open.
your wheelhouse.
Oh,
it's like
dude.
just being tired and busy.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
man.
your two middle names.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
I was in it, man.
Yeah.
Like the best thing, although one of the interviews got canceled in the middle, so they did let us go back to the hotel and
Did
take
you have
a
a
rest.
panic attack?
No, I didn't. I was like, oh well, you know, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? But then I went to the hotel, took a nap.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I remember Chrissy, the person in charge of there. She's like, she sent us a list. She's like, hey guys, just want to run this by you. Are you sure you're okay with this? I'm like,
Yeah.
Chrissy,
Yeah.
why is there a gap at 5 p.m.? And she's like, no, so you can take a break. I'm like, I'll take a break when I'm back in Hong Kong on the 29th of September.
Yes.
Okay, none of this shit.
Yeah.
So like literally back to back, man. We filled it all the way in, and I was like, rock and roll, man. Hit me out like even with dinner. I'm like, just squeeze the dinner in here. I'll eat it. Let's go for
Yeah.
the next person. We did that. Friday morning, 7 a.m. I'm already going to the airport to go from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore.
Yeah.
We land in Singapore, get to the venue, do the sound checks. Everything's good. Show's happening. Done. Go back, go sleep. Next morning, 7 a.m. again. Waking up, breakfast, going to the airport after that. Going to Kuala Lumpur, doing the show that night again. Finishing the
So
show.
wait, it's KL, Singapore, back to KL?
Yeah, because
Oh.
you have to go there for some visa stuff.
Oh, I see.
You know, they
I
have
see.
the permits
Yes,
and
yes.
everything. So you have to
Yeah.
have your physical passport given to them.
Sure.
Hence why I had to be there way earlier. So you do that, and then the KL show happened as well. That was done. And then that night we're at the Mamak, basically the food places. And this was like old times, dude.
Nice.
Like way back when I used to go to KL and everything more. All the comics after shows, we'll go for like the stuff where they have like the rotis.
Yeah.
You know, and they have this roti tissue, the crispy roti. The
so
roti
good.
bomb with
the
like
really big one.
the really big one.
Yes,
You've
yes.
got the roti bomb, which is like condensed milk with butter and sugar.
Yes.
And they brought it on, man.
Oh, man.
Because like I was known for that. Like I
Yes.
was known. I'd go there, eat like 3 of these.
Yes.
And like literally to the point where like, dude, this cannot be good. I'm like, dude, am I here every day?
Yes.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
doing it, man. I was like, I'm feeling old, dude. Like I can.
Yeah.
The roti bomb. I'm like, man, this is hurting.
Yeah.
I'm in
When was
pain,
the
man.
last time you did something like this
Dude,
to
before
yourself?
the pandemic, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And we would, okay, I'll give you this. Roti bomb, imagine like normally when you get the roti, right? It's like the size of a general pizza. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm talking about roti, pure just this flour,
yeah.
butter, crystal sugar, and condensed milk.
Yeah.
Right? Just stuffed into it. And I would have 3 of those.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm a big like dessert, like sugar lover.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's too much. I would have 2. And
Yeah.
I would know 2. I'm like, all right, this is
Yeah.
the little point. And every time I'm like, dude, tomorrow this time, I'm going to be like, oh, fuck. I just,
yeah.
I need to
But
eat
that's
it.
actual addiction. When you go like, I should have had one more.
Oh, dude, but I can't. You
Yeah.
get my point? I
Yeah,
can't because I'm back in Hong Kong already,
Yes.
right? So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna eat a 3rd one. Hopefully, it will make the memory not so pleasurable.
Yes.
That when I'm in
Oh,
Hong Kong,
I
I'm like,
see.
I don't want to get that feeling, man.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
too much.
Ugh, yeah, that's too
you know.
much.
And I'm like, all right, that works, right?
Yeah.
So same that. It was really cool, and it was the best part. Honestly, is when after shows, comics come together. Like Joanne Cam, she had
Yes.
her own show.
Yeah.
And everybody came together.
Of course.
You were coming out, you're hanging
Yeah.
out. We met Papi Zach, all that stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is proper, legit, good old times,
Yes,
man.
yeah. Comics hang. Before we go, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
Did Tim Chan walk out on his cue?
Oh, this is so good. So okay, so
And before you answer, just to remind people if that is confusing, go back to the Patreon episode if you're on Patreon. If not, on the last Patreon episode,
Yeah.
we had a saga of
about me losing my mind.
you losing your mind. Remind people very quickly what happened.
All right, real simple. The Hong Kong International Laugh Festival opening gala show at McPherson. Tim Chan was the host of the evening.
Yes.
I am the person running the show because I'm the last comic, so I have time to set everything up. Before the show starts, 1 minute before, I tell Tim, who's standing on the side of the stage, hey man, we're gonna start 1 minute. Are you good? He's like, I'm good. Okay. I walk from the stage to the back of the room where the panel is. That's a good almost like 40-second walk. Okay. So I'm at the panel, everything's good. I tell the people, okay, let's go. The show starts. They dim the lights. They do the smoke. They play the video and the music. And there's like you basically start. You do that. Tim Chan silent. I'm losing my shit. Going like, why are the mics not working? They're like, the mics are on. What's going on? I'm going crazy. after the whole event finishes, I find out that Tim Chan was pulled by the other comics to do a little, hey, put our hands together and do a 3, 2, 1, yay! That kind of
This
shit.
is never not gonna be funny to me.
Like I can just
So
imagine.
fucking funny.
He's standing on the stage side.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
told him, hey man, show's gonna start. He's like, okay, right?
Yeah.
And then like
It's also literally one of the biggest shows of his entire life.
Yeah.
By the way, like
Yeah.
I know the guy's career is doing really well.
Yeah.
But this is objectively a huge show.
it's a huge show, right? And he's
in
the
his
host.
local ground, he's the host.
Yeah.
He's one of the most important people in the
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
And it's just so funny.
And some random 5-minute comics like, hey man, let's come to the bat. We're all gonna put our hands together and like do a cheer, yay, because
Yeah.
teamwork.
Yeah.
Right? And literally, I find that out the next day on an Instagram story. Where I'm like, wait, is that the beginning of the show? And this
Yeah.
guy's in this room, and I
Yes.
ask him, he's like, yeah. I'm like, why? He's like, because they told me.
Ah.
Like, fuck. Okay, so
Okay,
I'm in,
so yeah,
I'm in
in
Singapore.
Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, Singapore.
Yeah.
He's the first act of the night.
Okay.
So you play the audience music, okay, and the audience music is supposed to fade out, and then there's a gap of darkness and silence,
Sure.
and then they play the that kind of thing, right? Tim Chan decides to introduce himself at the tail end of the audience music. In other words, while people are still walking in and stuff,
Yeah.
they faded out the lights. They didn't fade out the music just yet.
Right.
And he was like, well, lights are out. I better stop by.
So
Right.
I was asking, hoping the answer would be no, but he did mess something up. This is amazing.
This is not the end
Yeah.
of it. Now, we are performing in Singapore in a cinema.
Yeah.
Okay, which means you know how cinemas are kind of deep and everything, right? He was supposed to start from the side of where. Okay, imagine you're looking at a screen. We're at the bottom of the screen. He was supposed to side while you're looking at the screen. The left side, there's a little curtain where people leave the
Yes.
exit thing.
Yeah.
Because he was busy setting up his camera, he didn't have enough time to run down to hide in that curtain. So now he's at the panel at the back of the room where I'm at.
Yes.
And we got to start the show because time's running out because we have
Yeah.
to give the venue back, right?
Sure.
He's like, okay, whatever. We give him the mic. They turn on the lights. Music's not faded out yet.
Yes.
He's like, oh yeah, take it home. And then he's like, please welcome, and then so they quickly try to play the welcome track
Yes.
with the upbeat music.
So there is basically no silence in the middle.
Yeah,
anymore.
no sound center.
Yeah.
They're playing the upbeat track. And remember, think about that cinema where the back of the room and your seat's at the front of the room where the stage is.
Yes.
How long of a walk it is.
Of course.
So he's like, are you guys ready with it? Hold on,
Yeah.
please welcome Tijan. He's from the top, slowly
Yeah.
running it down. Oh, yeah, I'm almost there. And remember, there's no live feed camera.
Yes.
There's only a spotlight in the front. The room's complete dark. No one knows where he is.
Yeah.
He's running
So
down
he's
the
just
stairs.
talking and he's like, I'll be there.
Yeah,
1 minute.
almost there. It's gonna happen, right? And remember, people think this is another audience going to their seats.
Yes. He just got
He's running that.
This would have been almost perfect if he fell and you can hear like
yeah. I was like, fall.
that would have been
This is the comedy effect, And then he basically runs to the stage. Hello, thank you. They're like, huh? What? You came on the
Yeah,
side?
yeah,
What's
what
going
is
on?
it? Oh,
Yeah. So
man.
there, that was the other one. That was the
Amazing.
Singapore one. Then Kuala Lumpur, I opened up, so I was like, we were
You're
on
like
point.
you do. You stand on this X. This is why they have stickers sometimes
Yeah.
on stage. This is your spot.
Yeah, it doesn't mean no. It means yes. It means
Exactly.
yes.
Just stand there. Don't fucking move.
I remember, man.
Next time, just glue him to his spot. This is so good.
This will never end. This will never end, dude. Yeah.
We love you, Tim. Never change. You're a constant source of material for us. Amazing.
All right.
Well, yeah, thanks everyone. This was great to catch up on many different things. What advice do we have for them? Invest their money in gold.
Yeah, get gold. Buy
Be a-
comedy tickets.
Buy comedy tickets, subscribe to Patreon,
Yeah.
move to HSBC. Just do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We all sold our souls.
Yeah.
They literally make our money. Don't be with Bank of East Asia. That
Yeah.
is actual asshole-ish of you.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
Yeah, not even bank of communications, none of that. Because like their logo's so similar. I'm like,
Yes.
which bank is what? Huh? It's all the same.
Yeah.
Go to
Just,
HSBC.
I am fully pro. Just like HSBC take over. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like if every supermarket is just welcome. It doesn't
Fine,
matter.
yeah.
Just welcome. Just keep it
exactly,
easy.
yeah, exactly.
HSBC and welcome.
Done and done.
Yeah, done and done.
Yeah.
None of this Bank of East Asia bullshit. And yeah, come to a live show. And finally, how do people find you online?
Real simple. You simply go to Funny Vivek and you'll find me all over social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. What about yourself?
Hell yeah. I'm at the other Mohammed on Instagram and the Backstage HK for live shows. We do have a bunch of announcements to make. We have the Improv Festival, the 14th Improv Festival. We're running
you're doing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're running
shit.
it with Pete Grella and the
Yeah,
Hong Kong
yeah.
Improv guys. We have the 18th and 19th at Base Hall and the Fringe Club. We also have Stuart Palm doing his mentalism show later in October. And we have the Hong Kong Stories guys are doing show in November with us. So just go to thebackstagehk.com or our social media. We have a bunch of stuff going on. We also just confirmed a pretty big act from Southeast Asia / New York who's going to perform in December.
Oh.
So a lot of cool stuff happening. Follow us. Come to a live show. It's way better than Instagram Reels, I promise you. And until then, take care of each other and see you next week. Bye-bye.